G'day, fellas. Welcome to the third game in the series between FitzBro and RiotCoke. This series is part of the EGCTV Blind Civ series, where each player enters the game without knowing the civilization choice of their opponent. Spawning in the west of the map is FitzBro playing the Inca, and his opponent playing the Dutch is RiotCoke. We see FitzBro throwing out a good luck, have fun. We don't see anything coming back just yet from RiotCoke. RiotCoke not having the best two games to start with. He played well, played valiantly, especially in that first game. It was anybody's game, but RiotCoke snatching it from him at the last second. FitzBro now coming down towards the south, going to be picking up an 80 coin treasure, a really, really good treasure for FitzBro. So FitzBro on the Inca. So I haven't seen him play the Inca before, but he definitely knows what he's doing. We can see the way that he's macroing. So ideally, he's dropping a single cancer house. Oh my god, FitzBro, this is perfect macro right here. Let's see if he pulls them off straight away. Doing a little bit of overgathering. A little bit of overgathering. Okay, a fair bit of overgathering. Just realizing now. Okay, he's just realized now. So overgathering about... You only need 180, FitzBro. You don't need 200. There we go. Okay, he's realized. He pulled them off. Overgathering about 19 coin, but that's okay because he's picked up a pretty big coin treasure anyway. So he's still going to be ahead by a mile. And then with that, we're going to see him slowly gathering up that wood. So what he's going to be aiming to do is getting the big button on the cancer house. The big button on the cancer house is going to enable him to get those 4 villages in extra quick. So Inca, quite a decent civilization. So Inca are going to be worth 3 points in this game compared to RiotCoke, who's over on the Dutch. So Dutch only worth 2 points. Yeah. So we'll take a look back at Fitz. We see that those 4 villages coming in nice and early, a minute 38. Not too bad at all, FitzBro. We'll take a look at the deck and see what FitzBro's got. He hasn't chosen a deck just yet. No active deck. Explorer now moving out some nice treasures down here. We've got the Native American warrior, as well as the 130 XP and the 70 food. So definitely the 70 food is a priority treasure. You should be trying to focus this one down. Moving towards the north of the map, we'll see if there's anything up here that he can find. He's got the Native Scout or Native American warrior, so nothing too crazy. And FitzBro going for a schooners opening. Get out of town. Shut the front door. There is no way. Land with water is the name of this deck. FitzBro, this isn't land with water. This is like a Caribbean deck. What are you doing to me? He's got the schooners in here. He's got fish market. He's got water ceremony in here. We don't have any of the the super lame stuff like what is it? The chinchillas. I love the chinchilla card for the Inca. So the Incan rafts have got the card called chinchillas. It enables your rafts to train other rafts. Yes, you heard that right. You can literally have a raft that trains another raft. These are they're like chinchillas. They just keep producing themselves. It's crazy. So we take a look at the other cards that are in the deck. So we've got the 3 chinchilla rafts, the 3 privateers in in 2, and then we've also got salt ponds, which is going to be increasing the work rate of fishing boats as well as herded animals. So this is a really nice card. It buffs up that land economy and that water economy at the same time. Now FitzBro going to be taking out this native warrior treasure using the explorer crack shot. So we'll tune back in with RiotCoke. We'll see what he's up to. RiotCoke going up with a 15 villager age up, standard age up. FitzBro got to be careful. Looks like he might be losing this treasure. And RiotCoke coming in. Oh, that's going to be close. I think FitzBro may have gotten it. We'll take a look and see who's fighting who. RiotCoke manages to get it. So RiotCoke putting his explorer into melee, managing to block himself a little bit, and RiotCoke lets FitzBro walk away. Okay, so one of the things that happened there, so we saw the envoy blocking the explorer, and then we even saw the tomahawk blocking the explorer. You just want to let the explorer do his thing. You got to put him in melee and just let him do it. And now we've got RiotCoke over on the eastern front, dropping down the bank. So nice timing on this bank. Gonna have enough gold or enough coin here to drop down this first settler, get it in queue. We'll take a look at his deck and see exactly what he's up to. He's got a deck called water, so no schooners in the deck, no fish market, no rendering plant. But we do see the 700 and 600 wood, as well as the bank wagon, the unique church card, and we've got 4 cards for the water. So we've got the 2 caravels, the frigate, the 3 flutes, and the improved warship. So a lot of potential to take the water here. No early dock that we're seeing out just yet, but we are seeing a settler move out. What is this settler all about? Is this settler going to be putting down a potential early barracks? Okay. Villager now in queue. Do we see a bank wagon first? I suspect we're going to see either a bank wagon first or a 700 wood. It's the 700 wood. Oh, RiotCoke just doing a little bit of herding. That's all that was. So herding the south hunt, herding the central hunt. I suspect there's still going to be a hunt towards the north of his base. Actually, he's herded that hunt in as well. So RiotCoke doing a great job of getting all these herds in a timely manner. It's before the 5-minute mark, so great time for him to be getting in these herds. FitzBro, on the other hand, now doing a bit of work. Oh my FitzBro. Oh my FitzBro, you are so... Oh, God. Just... Yeah. People say that pull tricking is toxic, that semi-FF is toxic. This is toxic. We're not even 5 minutes into the game, and FitzBro's out camping on the island, just doing his thing. Well, look at this island. It kind of looks like the island of Tasmania, I'd say. Yeah, it's definitely a Tasmanian island. So we've got 2 islands out here. Huge water mass out here. FitzBro definitely aiming to get control of the map. We've got the single war hut going down in the base of FitzBro. Is FitzBro going to do what I think he's going to do? He's totally going to do it, isn't he? Oh my God, FitzBro, don't do it. Oh, okay. I thought he was going to put the travois in the fishing boat and get the fishing boat out over onto the ocean, but it looks like he's not going to be doing... Oh, never mind. I am a man ahead of the time. And we've got the builder travois heading into the fishing boat. Fishing boat going to be doing its thing. Heading over to the middle island now. Now, FitzBro sending in the 600 wood behind this. We'll take a look at the next card that he gets in. So, Salt Ponds is going to be the card that he elects to send in. And now the builder travois out here in the ocean, going to be dropping down that war hut. So, I think that's a wonderful spot for the war hut. Ideally, you probably could have even gone somewhere over here. But I think this is probably the best spot just because it's going to enable you to protect your own water. Really allow you to be out there on the water. Let's take a look at FitzBro, at RiotCoke. See what he's up to. He is aware, and he's actually moved his flag over here. So, ideally, what RiotCoke wants to do is he wants to send 2 caravels as his next card. So we take a look at his base. We see what he's up to. So he's got the 3 banks, 4 banks down. Jeez, RiotCoke really doing some work, getting that that bank wagon sent in as well. So do we get the 2 caravels in next? No, only 600 wood. So he could keep sieging down this dock, bring over his explorer and siege it down, and just close this out completely, because the 2 caravels are going to be able to pick off this dock without this war hut being able to fire at it. Now, keep in mind, there's a second dock that's up, but RiotCoke doesn't know about that, so I still think it's a wise choice to be doing it. He's still focusing on his own thing, his own agenda, in the base now, dropping down a 5th bank. So managing to do a pretty nice set of macro, grabbing down 2 houses, a market, and a 5th bank, all before 600 wood. So not too bad at all. Really nice stuff. We take a look over at FitzBro. We'll see what he's up to. FitzBro putting up a nice little bit of a wall here. Dropping down 7 cancer houses. And it definitely a wonderful position for FitzBro to be in, I would say. FitzBro doing a little bit of exploring with the fishing boat. And honestly, I'm so impressed by the diversity of strategies and civilizations that we've seen out of FitzBro here. You know, we're so typically used to seeing FitzBro as just your standard, you know, Lakota lamer. You know, oh, look, it's FitzBro. Another toxic 4 axe rider shipment. You know, oh, some Wakina. Like, oh, it's just classic FitzBro. But, you know, really just putting on an absolute clinic for us today about, you know, the versatility of his civilization choices and his strategy options. A couple jungle bowmen coming out. I like how this jungle bowman is just getting down and dirty. You guys see the way that he's standing, like, hey, John, watch me, John. Hey, John, watch me. Look at him go. Just wait for it. Just wait for it. I love the way that one of them is crouching. What has FitzBro done that one of them's crouching? He's got it in like a different stance or something right now. But very, very funny. At least I find that funny. I don't know. It could just be that I'm a little bit exhausted at the moment, potentially. And someone in the chat saying straight out poisonous gameplay. I've got to agree with that. Obviously, the jungle bowman having the bonus of toxic poison. And now we've got RiotCoke heading up to the 3rd age, going up with the Exiled Prince. So looking pretty damn decent for RiotCoke. Where's that 600 wood and what has he invested it in? He sent in the 600 wood. Double racks, very, very forward. So we're not seeing any halberdiers out of him. I was expecting that we might be seeing halberdiers out of him, but it looks like it's going to be skirmishers. I think in this matchup, you definitely want to be going halberdiers. There are the halberdiers. Okay, so there's a couple of matchups that the Dutch players want to be making halberdiers, and this is one of them. And the reason why is just because of the way that the Chimu runner paths. The halberdier is quite good at stopping the Chimu runner from pathing through it. So very decent compared to, say, something like the Reuter, which is going to be absolutely destroyed by the Chimu runner. So good stuff. 5 skirmishers about to pop out now. Let's see if RiotCoke wakes up. RiotCoke, no, you've got to go the other way, my friend. He does it. So timing now pushing out from FitzBro. He sent through 700 coin. Hasn't really begun using it yet, though. So maybe a potential upgrade for his fishing boats. Oh my god, all these fishing boats are idle. Oh no, FitzBro, not like this. So maybe a potential upgrade for his fishing boats, but there's nothing else that's really nothing else that's really been used for this coin. A lot of coin could have sent something like Jungle Bowman or something like that, but FitzBro's mass is quite decent at this point. So this is the consequence of making forward barrackses. So normally as Dutch, you would see the barrackses going down in the town center or in the main base, you know, behind the town center where they can be protected. You know, if worst comes to worst, you can send town militia. But they've been put out in the middle of the map. So a little bit of an error here from RiotCoke here. He's going to be able to build up a decent mass, but the consequence is that he's going to be losing 400 wood for essentially for free. And that's going to give FitzBro a lot of tempo because it means that now RiotCoke's going to have to invest in more wood. He's going to need to buy wood with his market unless he wants to really chop it. And I tell you what, you don't want to be chopping wood as Dutch. You want to normally avoid this completely. So a difficult spot for RiotCoke. Let's... I mean, he's still up by about 2k score, but keep in mind behind this, FitzBro is scaling well. He's got his boom going down. Now we see that barracks going down for RiotCoke. We see a second, it's a church rather, so potentially going to have that unique church card coming in. Maybe looking to get Stradiots out. Take a look back at FitzBro, see what FitzBro's up to. A decent mass, 14 jungle bowmen as well as the 9 plumed spearmen. Moving down towards the south of the map. Now, keep in mind, they're moving down towards this trading post, but there's absolutely nothing down here at this stage. And that's something that FitzBro would know about because he can see that, you know, there's nothing in the scoreboard. Church now going up for RiotCoke. RiotCoke is infamous for putting up those extra 2 banks. Typically, you don't see players going for more than 5 banks, but RiotCoke going to be doing, you know, the unconventional thing. And a villager potentially going to be going down here. Indeed it does. Goes down. Going to be losing out a house, so... One of the things with Dutch is you really want to be keeping all of your infrastructure very close to your town center, really threatening that colonial militia pop at any point. And here we see a consequence of not obeying that. So losing 400 wood, losing the 500 wood. So essentially that 600 wood shipment that RiotCoke sent, it's been cancelled out. It's been completely nullified at this point. Obviously he's gotten a few skirmishes out, but you know, realistically. Now, RiotCoke floating quite a lot of resources now. Keep in mind, he's going to be able to get his Stradiots out when he needs them. He's also got enough resources here that if he wanted Colonial Militia, he could pop that, but he doesn't send that Colonial Militia card in just yet. Coin mine running out. He's got another safe coin mine up to the north, but he needs to be aware of any water presence from FitzBro. FitzBro essentially unchallenged on the water right now, so going to be infinitely scaling out with this water. I don't know. I look at the ocean and I just think there might not be enough fish in it. I mean, how many fish are we seeing? We're seeing 1 whale at the north. A beluga, a second beluga, a third beluga, a 4th beluga. So we've got 4 whales that we can see at the moment and a whole bunch of fish. So, you know, not infinite resources, but there's at least 16 fishing boats that are going to be able to be working over time. FitzBro now reaching the 2nd age and straight away sending 2 town center travails. So really playing the greedy game, and look at the macro right now for FitzBro. FitzBro really just focusing on villager production. Undoubtedly going to be dropping down that fire pit or that what's it called? What's the new word for it? What's the word that we gave it in 2020? Think, Drongo, think. Ceremony plaza, community plaza. Dropping down a community plaza, putting 21 villagers on it, and then just booming to high heavens. I would be saying that that's probably not a bad choice. And now the Stradiots coming out. Stradiots going to be able to chase back the infantry. Got to be careful with these. The plume spearmen now getting on top of the Stradiots and managing to do quite a bit of work. Keep in mind, these Stradiots have got 30% range resist, no melee resist, so plume spearmen going to be going straight through them, slicing through them like a hot spear through butter. Like a hot spear through butter. There you guys go. Tambo now going up. Tambo going to be putting out a little bit of damage, only very slight damage, 5 damage, but going to be providing enough resistance for FitzBro that he's able to buy time, and that's exactly what he wants to be doing, because you can see he's sending now Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu, once it comes down in the base, I mean, there's going to be nothing that that RiotCoke can do, and that's really what he wants to do. He wants to get this up before RiotCoke gets into the base. FitzBro, put it down. Where are you going, FitzBro? No, FitzBro. Oh, it's not a terrible spot. Maybe like back here. Honestly, I think like maybe here would have been a better spot. You can always just defend this with water, like with ships if you want. There's not a lot over here that you can lose. But like, you chuck that up there and you're going to lose all of these canches. You lose this gold mine. You lose this. You're probably going to lose that TC as well. Probably the canches here, like, and probably this as well. Like, you can really just get pushed over here and then all of this goes out. So you got to be careful. Depends how RiotCoke plays it though, and whether he scouts that out. And now we got 3 floats coming in. 3 floats going to be taking reduced damage from the anti-ship attack of the war hut. War hut going to be doing reduced damage. We see. So the reason why is flutes are siege units. I'm speaking loudly because there's a lot going on right now. Siege units, so they take reduced damage from anti-ship attacks. It was really loud. RiotCoke definitely looking like he's taking control of this game. FitzBro definitely in a difficult spot. It's going to be hard for him to come back from this. RiotCoke got a lot of control, both on land and water, but he needs to be applying pressure to the front. He knows about the fort. Never really burnt it down. We take a look at... Oh, no, FitzBro, you've sent your Chincharaffs in to probably the wrong place. Actually, I say that, but I think Chincharaffs might beat floats 1 for 1. Look how fast they're burning these down. First Chincharaff going to be going down. 2 floats are quite low, though. First float down. Second down. 1 remains, and it's down to about 100 health and goes down. So we really see the tides turning, but take a look at that. RiotCoke moving up now. Going to be going up to the 4th age, going up with the Tycoon as well. So we could potentially see 2 heavy cannons plus Stadhouder marching towards the base of FitzBro. So Stadhouder are the unique church musketeers. So you can call a batch of 30 redcoats. So fully upgraded, shadow-teched musketeers and 2 heavy cannons. So that's from the unique church card that he sent in the 2nd age, religious freedom. Now the Chincharaff's just being absolutely toxic. One of the things we talk about with the Chincharaff, very, very long range. So basically isolating all these resources. It means that FitzBro's going to... RiotCoke's going to have to move down towards the south here. But one of the issues that he's going to have is that Chincharaffs can probably reach this as well. So he's got to be very, very careful. FitzBro now with full water control at this point. Having a wonderful boom. We check and see he's got 24 fishing boats. So this is probably the right number of fishing boats. Honestly, if he was over here on this beluga, he's got 16 on whales, 8 on fish, and that's going to last him for probably another like 15 minutes. He'd be fine. So he's scaling really well. He's got all of his upgrades in, with the exception of the fish market in the 1st stage. He sent everything else in, and 3,000 food right now. FitzBro needs to just get military units out. He's got plenty of war huts. So I just want to see FitzBro right now just making bows. That's all I want to see. So you can see he's making Chimu runners, but they're so expensive on coin. I just want to see you making bows, FitzBro. And now we do see those blue guard coming out for RiotCoke. So going to be going for the heavy cannons, as well as for the 30 musketeers. Heavy cannons now pushing forward, and this is a very decent push by RiotCoke. I don't know how Fitz is going to be able to beat this, honestly. This is a significant push that's coming out from Riot, and a very nice timing, and also getting guard skirmishes behind this as well. So 36 skirmishes, going from veterancy, going to be up to guard. So really nice timing from RiotCoke. I feel like in this game, RiotCoke is like, he's been 1 step ahead the entire game, with the exception of these 2 barracks that he lost in the middle. Like, he's been ahead the whole time, like, when it comes to tempo. FitzBro's always kind of, like, been up against a wall and a hard place. Like, always been pushed back. I mean, with the exception of maybe the water as well. I guess it's been an even game, but I look at this army, this military mass, and I'm like, well, you know what? I think that FitzBro is going to be in a difficult spot here. Heavy cannons now beginning to fire down and focus the Cancher House. They should be able to 2-shot the Cancher House, if my maths is correct. They do indeed. So I'd love to see him, instead of focusing down the Cancher Houses, moving up and being able to take down these war huts. War huts are going to be putting out a lot of damage. He is technically housing FitzBro at this point in time. So FitzBro at max Cancher limit. Going to be able to easily replace those Canchers, but now we've got a bit of a fight looking like it's going to be moving south. Oh my god, RiotCoke, what are you doing? RiotCoke, your 2 heavy cannons, the most important part of your army, have now got Chimu runners on top of them. They got a bonus against artillery, my friend. You're going to lose both of those heavy cannons for nothing. For nothing, RiotCoke. Not like this. Come on, man. You are meant to be the chosen one, RiotCoke. Oh my god, so now RiotCoke losing those 2 heavy cannons, moving back with his skirmishers, doing his best to micro, but we hear the beautiful voices of the Native Americans once again rushing on top of the skirmishers. Looks like the musketeers are almost going to be dwindling down to nothing. Take a look at the units that are being produced from FitzBro, coming out of 4 Raxes right now. So a decent mass. Elite jungle bowmen on the back line. Take a look at the upgrades that these guys have got as well. Got a single upgrade in for their health at the moment, and FitzBro just repelling the rush. Chimu runners now running out. 11 Chimu runners are going to be doing a heap of damage to these skirmishers. He might be able to one-shot them, but I tell you what, once they get on top of him, it's going to be a difficult spot because those Chimu runners, they don't know how to snare just yet, but they're going to know how to very shortly. And when they do, it's going to be very difficult for FitzBro to be able, or for RiotCoke rather, to come out on top. We can also see FitzBro finally got the attack dance as well, so working overtime over on the community plaza, and RiotCoke saying good game. FitzBro's taken a 3rd game off of RiotCoke in a row. Are we going for a 4-0 wipe right now? How does he do it? How does RiotCoke throw like that? He was in a great position. Those 2 heavy cannons were looking immaculate. FitzBro up to 67 villagers at the end of that game. We take a look at the resources gathered, and we can see FitzBro just eventually pulling ahead of the Dutch player.